attention goes towards people that present themselves as femboys.
Yeah. Imagine getting yourself to Femboys. Me personally, I would never do that. Like for 2 hours too. Damn, dude, that's crazy. It's a new number, man. It's yeah, I would never do that. Of course, of course, of course. Apparently, femboys are the worst. Let's get into it. Me personally, I low-key wanted to be a femboy. Low-key still want to. I don't think it would be good for me though, because I'm 6'4". But I don't know.
So if
Let's
you
get
don't
into it.
remember, you probably don't, I assume most of you have a memory of a goldfish. About a year ago now, I made a video about femboys that may have
Problem with
indirectly,
femboys.
unfortunately, affected my reputation. Many
Yeah.
people think I'm a part of said group. No, like all my other videos and like your average nature documentary.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was a part of this group too. That's why I'm
I
so
just like to watch,
confused.
observe, and educate. I am very much confident in my current character stats and build, thank you, and I am in no way a philosopher in
I
this
don't know. He might be lying. He might be lying. I think he's lying. Not clearing his throat right there. Clear
exonerate
indication of
myself
lying.
from those phallic claims against me. Anyway, that previous video was basically a very brief overview of femboys, and an answer to an ever-mounting question that has plagued us in current times, and probably the past decade. Is it gay to like a femboy? But one YouTube...
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it? What y'all think? Nah. Ah, nah. Y'all might call me gay for this, but like high key, like depending on how they look, especially that's not gay. That isn't gay. Because like you're attracted to the femininity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you
really
feel
didn't
me?
like that video. Apparently
I'm not the crazy one here. If you think it's gay, I think you're just crazy. I think you're not in tune with yourself.
due to some of the contents of it, probably the first 10 seconds, I'm going to be honest. I personally think it was the thumbnail, which was gender-morphed pyrocynical, which is probably an accurate depiction of him nowadays anyway, and 2, the pyrocynical subreddit didn't really like the use of gender-bent pyrocynical, along with the discussion and attitude towards femboys in said video, which I don't think they watched fully, because I think I was fairly kind and understanding towards the subject. But most pyro fans are femboys anyway, let's be honest. But looking back at that video, it is somewhat outdated, and it was a bit broad regarding the topic. And yes, I know, it's hard to identify what my usual content is. I mean, if you look at my YouTube page, we go from serious topics to videos like this.
I love it though. It's great. It's just authentic. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to post.
No, I'm not bipolar in any way. I'm just interested in a very
Shoot, you could watch it. You could post a cooking video and I'll watch it. Shoot.
topics, I guess. Or maybe I'm making this video because I've unfortunately found out that a good percentage of you are femboys. The YouTube statistics do not lie. I don't know how I've achieved this, maybe I've been preaching too much to the estrogen-filled War Thunder community.
Yeah.
Here we are, and today we are jumping back into the expanded, excavated mineshaft that is the crevice of the femboy community. So clear your schedule, lower your testosterone, and jump back into the closet, because first...
Yo, sorry. I'm not down bad, but I swear I'm not gay. I swear, dude. This is right there. Shit.
What is a femboy?
Any of you femboys want to come play with my tits?
So the online definition of a femboy refers to a male, usually cisgender, who expresses themselves with traditional feminine behaviors. It's basically the guy that plays the support role or any female avatar.
Yo. Leave me alone. I play the support role because it's a smaller hitbox. I don't play it for no other reason, okay? It's Mercy, Kiriko, you know, great characters that are just meta, okay?
Any game with the ultimate copium excuse, that is, they just want to support the team and look at a female model over a male.
Yeah, exactly.
We all
Like that
believe
too.
you. The blue
Bro.
striped thigh highs with the cat toe beans. The
No,
waxed
dude, that's not me, bro. I swear.
medieval
Oh, I would never wear that shit though.
city belt that are all in your Amazon wish list.
Now, like the other stuff, maybe, but the belt, nah,
Only
hell
there to
no.
obviously enhance your gaming experience, especially the pink Razer cat-eared headphones, which heighten your reflexes in game. But femboys can often be mistaken with other groups and aesthetics, like twinks for example, who are slim, gay or bisexual men with relatively no hair, and whose only worry is the impending doom that is twink death. But compared to twinks, being a femboy doesn't automatically mean you're gay, and that you
Yeah.
reside in the borders of Poland, contrary to popular belief. But they also get confused with the trans community. Although some femboys are trans, being a femboy is more of an aesthetic thing more than a gender identity. But femboys have been around for some time, apparently all the way back to ancient Greece and Rome, where flesh sword fighting was happening on the daily, and it was
Sorry about
somewhat
that.
normal. But they weren't labelled femboys, more just feminine men, and any activities with femboys weren't seen as
Yeah, it's normal, bro. In other words,
gay. It
wait. Okay. So if I fuck a femboy, it's not gay. The old people said it too. The old people said it too. Like it's not even bad,
was more
bro.
labelled as male bonding. In fact, the only person
Yeah, it's just bonding. It's just bonding. You hear them? You don't gotta worry about it. It's just bonding. It's
seen as
just
gay
bonding.
was the one that was getting the extended prostate exam. And no, you cannot use that excuse in the modern era.
Yo, yo, why not? Wait. What? What do you mean, dude? No, dude. If they thought it, that means it must be true. It has to be, right?
God, I don't want to talk about the Emperor Nero story. That is just straight up nightmare fuel. But I would say quite recently, around
Wait,
the
what?
2000s,
Now I'm low-key curious.
they started to get popular again, probably due to things like the progression of the internet, and yes, due to things like trends where femboys were comparing their schlongs to monster cans. And some took it a step further and put it in their extended inventory slot, which
What?
if you want a body temperature white monster, go ahead, I guess. Aren't you glad you learned that was a trend?
Wait,
Even
what?
further through the 2000s with the introduction of things like Discord,
Oh, you mean the oh. Okay.
TikTok, and more significantly anime.
That I love I forgot their name. A part of Fate. Oh my gosh, but I love them.
More people were coming across femboys, either questioning their sexuality or wondering if it's a good financial decision to buy a full Astolfo cosplay.
Astolfo, that's what
probably
it
due
is,
to
yeah.
The COVID pandemic in 2020, it only accelerated the growth of this aesthetic and community at the time.
Okay, and dude, listen, I don't see a problem in that. I don't see a problem. Me personally.
Because people being inside most days with their only access to the outside world being the internet, which you do anyway, it resulted in a lot of people discovering themselves or things about them they never knew, especially with things like hobbies, like art, crocheting, streaming maybe, and the odd Minecraft phase. Or maybe you decide to start programming in C+, and like most C++ programmers, you take a long look at yourself in the mirror and discover maybe you're not as masculine as you thought you were. And maybe
Yeah.
you developed an abhorrent addiction to Dead by Daylight and Fallout New Vegas,
Hey, I can almost see right down the barrel.
to the point where you see yourself in a new light,
That would
feminine
who says that's not masculine? Who?
light. I think a good example is Finsta, who all the way back during COVID used to lean into the joke that they were a femboy with their Twitch chat, and it's no longer a joke anymore. They actually ended up discovering something.
That's
about
not gonna be
themselves.
me. That is not gonna be me, chat. That is not gonna be me.
For the fact it makes a lot of fucking money. Femboys are well associated with things
No, I have
like thigh
Sorry,
highs,
sorry.
monster consuming, most things feminine, and skirts. Yes, like that one person that ruined an entire look during the 1940s. You cannot wear skirts if you identify as predominantly male. Unless you're Scottish, but then again, nobody really cares. Most people are more concerned with the fact one of your neighbours loves to touch livestock.
It seems just a bit convincing. Just a bit. Like not that much though, I
Against
swear.
popular belief, most femboys can actually be found more online than in the biomes of the public outdoors.
Well, yeah, of
So
course.
finding an IRL femboy is somewhat of a rarity, as most like to keep their hobby a secret due to somewhat of a negative stigma developed as a result of the popularity of femboys,
Yep.
which we will talk about later. But most femboys don't actually express such hobbies in public, more just do it in the comfort of their own home, like another group of people that get a harsh reputation.
Yo, me being attracted to whoever this is, that does not make me gay or It doesn't mean anything, okay? I just wanted to put that. If I was, I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying if I was.
If you're surprised, there are many subclasses of femboys. You've got the gothic femboys, that for some reason, more than other types of femboys, are always quite armed with either semi-automatic weapons or just some level of arsenal. You've got the Hello Kitty or Sanrio femboys, which are on the same level as their female counterpart. Fun fact, did you actually know Hello Kitty is canonically British? Another hobby we've
What?
managed to colonize.
Hmm.
You cannot escape us. You've got the tomboy femboys, which seems like some sort of oxymoron. You want to look feminine but in a masculine way.
Nah,
You've
hell.
got femboys more on the entertainment side of the spectrum, with things like femboy VTubers, which never cease to surprise me.
Ultra Kill is the shooter game with built-in butt. So,
What?
hey Google, remind me to buy Ultra Kill after the stream in like 4 hours.
Nah.
I know what kind of man you are.
And you have additional subgenres of femboys, but don't worry, all of them are equally as racist, all of them have different spawn rates, and for some reason most of them are gun and history fanatics.
I love
And
this
Played
one.
Dead by Daylight
Hell
and
yeah.
Hearts of Iron. But you now know what a femboy is, somewhat their history behind it, and the genres of it. But what are the problems that such a community faces?
Ooh, you like boys. You're a boy kisser.
My God, young man, kill yourself.
Now the femboy community does face a lot of problems.
I love Gordon
Yes,
Ramsay.
You can't just download a Linux distro, wear knee-high socks, and play War Thunder or VR chat in peace.
Why not, bro? Just let me be in peace, bro. What's so wrong with this? I don't. Nah, I wouldn't do this. I would not do this. I would not do this. Wait, hold on.
Because there
My
is
bad.
quite a heavy burden that comes with being a femboy. One of the main ones is
Yeah, I
the
feel like that-
stereotype of it.
Oh
and
my
it's
side.
somewhat negative
I feel like this is trying to indoctrinate me, bro. I swear it's not me. I swear
stigma
gotta
that
be the video,
surrounds it.
bro.
Over the years, especially recently, being a femboy has become more sexualized and advertised as a fetish more than anything. It's
Yeah.
become characterized as this blatantly NSFW thing, and anyone that partakes in it must be somewhat gay, when in reality,
Yeah, nah.
it's just an aesthetic. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with your sexuality, personality, or anything else. It's just simply how you appear. But unfortunately, due to the popularity of femboys in recent years certainly blowing up, and the majority of the attention goes towards people that present themselves as femboys,
Yeah. Imagine getting yourself to Femboys. Me personally, I would never do that. Like for 2 hours too. Damn, dude, that's crazy. It's a new number, man. It's yeah, I would never do that. Of course.
who are active on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and God forbid Twitter, and post suggestive content which indirectly assists with the stereotype, and not to mention memes that represent femboys
I'm gonna
as
have to
attention
look that up. Nah, I'm kidding. I would never look something like that up.
Hi, my name is Reggie. I like guys. I really like guys. There's just something about them. I like their touch.
Oh shit.
Also doesn't help with the reputation of femboys, and leads to once again the topic being over-sexualized, and rather a poor reputation for those that are in the community. But we all have to remember another slogan of this channel. No, not the one you're thinking of. The loudest part of a community doesn't represent the whole community, or the average femboy. Because
Yeah, that's
most
for sure.
femboys you don't even know are femboys. Most are very private about this topic and hobby, possibly meaning somebody you know could be a femboy. It is not me before you finish that comment, you f***ing degenerate.
Nah, it's definitely him. No matter what he says, bro, he's not beating these allegations, bro. It's for sure him. It has to be.
And a majority of femboys don't actually act like the majority of what you see online. But of course we have to
I'm not gonna
any
question that.
Discord using femboys, most of them are fiends. But you probably won't see the non-sexual side of this community, at least on most platforms. But keep in mind, not all femboys are as they are advertised, and if you approach one, contrary to popular belief and Reddit, they are not going to immediately spread their prostate and ask you to deposit your
Ah, damn, dude.
lineage in there, because as previously educated, not all femboys are gay. And two, they're not all down bad to the point where they would lower themselves to someone like you.
Yo, what's that supposed to mean? Yo.
They will probably either immediately block you, Or if this is in public, stare at you like a used condom they found in the gutter on the side of the
Damn.
road. But due to the stereotype and the online perception
Yo, I'm not that chopped, am I? Am I that chopped? Oh, don't answer that question.
of femboys, it has led to many in the femboy community receiving harassment or unprompted sexual advances almost at
Oh,
default
damn.
due to the stereotype. You want the experience of being a female on any dating app? Try being a femboy. You'll probably see so much circumcised meat you'd have thought you'd have walked into a butcher's shop, but it gets much worse when you think that some of these femboys are receiving these types of messages, and said femboys are underage. Yeah, it's not
What?
unheard of in the community.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Some femboys are minors, which with the combination of the stereotype is a horrifying thought. Another
Yeah.
type of harassment femboys received is a title that used to be acceptable and now it isn't so much. And that title is trap, which back in my day was mainly used to describe anime characters
Mustafa.
that looked like girls but they weren't, so it was called a trap. Femboys would often get associated with this title because they were not expecting a 12-gauge shotgun with an extended barrel to be under their skirt, but in
Yeah.
recent years it actually developed into somewhat of a slur, no longer just referring to fictional characters, but now is a slur for people mainly in the transgender community and sometimes femboys. But to be honest, I haven't heard the word trap in a while, except when it is actually
Yeah, no one uses that word anymore.
directed towards a
Just in
anime
general.
character. Another problem the community faces
I swear. Okay. I swear it's not gay. I swear. But that stove feels like really hot. Like, not on me though. Like, I'm just saying, like, conventionally attractive. Like, you feel me?
Gatekeeping.
Yeah, you feel me?
As you obviously only can be considered an official femboy if you're conventionally attractive, constantly on a calorie deficit of 1,500, your total body fat is around 5%, and you have to have default feminine features given to you at spawn. If not, you are not considered a femboy, and you probably got
Damn.
told to give up on all your hopes and dreams of being a feminine dude. I think
Damn.
with this problem and most others I've mentioned, people have this idea for a femboy, especially on the internet, that you have to act a certain way, often being NSFW, and you have to fit these like physical guidelines to be considered a femboy. But being a femboy is just presenting yourself in somewhat more of a feminine way, not a gender identity, a sexuality, or something that has any strict guidelines. Just boys being feminine boys.
Woo woo. You're so warm. I couldn't help but notice.
Conclusion: this guy's a femboy. Conclusion: it's not wrong to be attracted to femboys. Conclusion: I'm not gonna become a femboy. I swear.
Your bulgy wolgy from across the floor.
So in
Nah, I know,
conclusion,
right?
I think the perceived definition and appearance of femboys has somewhat skewed over the years in somewhat of a negative light, when it's simply
Yeah.
just an aesthetic thing. It doesn't mean anything else. And by definition, it is not gay to be a femboy, but liking them is a whole different ballpark. If you're talking about liking pixels on a screen, I'd just call you a loser.
Yo, it's not that bad, dude. Yo, like, look at a stuffer, bro. It's not even my fault. It's not my fault that a stuffer is so conventionally attractive. That is not on me, bro. It is like, bro, like, okay. If someone were to tell me that Death is like, a femboy, like, is that my fault for being attracted to Death? I don't think so. Like, what did I do? Like,
If you're talking about
man,
an actual person, either gynosexual or whatever it's called, or if it's anything
gynosexual sometimes spelled gynosexuality describes someone who's attracted to femininity.
else, sorry to break it to you, buddy.
Yeah, dude, like that's me, bruh. Just do not look at my search history, please.
Nobody fucking cares. It's the modern age. People
I
are more
bet.
concerned currently about Nintendo bending us over a desk and
What the hell? Damn.
entering our anus financially than most things are caring at this current time. But yeah, bit of a quick video for you, and a bit of a change from what I usually
Pretty
do.
good
But
video
that's all I wanted to say.
by Worthy is here. I'll link this video in the comments. Swear I'm not a femboy. I mean, I will link this video in the description. But yeah, I swear. Anyways, have a nice day and goodbye.